Hello, this is Wayne Maine, and welcome to my beer course. And we're going to go old school today, and we're going to drink a beer from Smuttynose. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to just talk about the importance of the Blind Tiger Ale House in New York City to me and many craft brew drinkers in New York City. I've been dealing with the Northeast IPA style, which is one of the latest, greatest styles, but we're going to go old school. Only because back in the mid-90s, I remember picking up an Ale Street News, and, I'm like, what the hell's this? And I was reading it, and it gives you all the bars in New York City and on the East Coast, and who's having an event. And I was like, what? An event? What the hell's that? And I remember going down to the bar when it was on 10th Avenue and Hudson Street in the Village, and they had a Smuttynose event. That was the first event I ever went to. It must have been like 95 or 1996. And so they had 8 or 9 Smuttynoses on draft. And if you know Smuttynose at all, it's an unfiltered beer. And it's from, is it Portsmouth, New Hampshire, I believe? Yes, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And they're famous for their Shoals Pale Ale. The Old Brown Dog is huge. I was impressed because that was the first time I ever had a barley wine style. And they also brew a wheat wine, which is incredibly strong and malty. So I was totally in love with them. But one of the interesting things about Smuttynose is that they stayed true to their brews. They never tried to change and keep up with what was going on. They just kept brewing the same things. And as I developed my palate, which was to always try new stuff, I kind of shied away from them for a long time. So now we're going to open a beer called the Finest Kind IPA. Only because I couldn't find the Big Ass IPA, which is one of the beers that I really liked by them. So the Finest Kind, as I believe, is basically an American IPA. And let's see what happens here. So we're going to pour it. Here we go. It looks to be a little golden in color. And there's your basic IPA. Oh, there's the IPA head. There's the creamy head. And I'm getting pine notes. Grassy. It's very grassy. All right, so let's just give it a try. Yeah, it's chilled. It's not incredibly hoppy. It is still grassy, and I'm getting a lot of bitterness to it. But it's very good. It's so funny when you drink so many Northeast IPAs, and they're juicy and hazy, and then you go back to something you haven't had in a long time, and it just maybe doesn't taste as good, but I still respect the taste. And at one point in time, this was it, along with, all the other beers. Now, if we go back to what I was talking about with Dogfish Head back in the mid-90s, they were doing events of Dogfish Head. Sam would come and stand on a table and give a speech. Brooklyn Brewery in its early stages, Garrett Oliver would come. You'd meet all these brewers. Avery, Stone, Green Flash would do big events there. Rogue, oh my God, Rogue would, they do a Rogue and an Oyster event. They still do that, actually. So that's where I really learned how to drink all these beers and all the different styles. And back then, it really meant a lot more because everything was totally new. So cheers to the Smuttynose Finest Kind. It's a damn good beer. And it's low in carbs, carbonation, and bitter, grassy notes, a little bit of orange, I'm getting a tiny bit of lemon zest in here. It's damn good. So I hope to find some more old school beers and mix things around a little bit. But Finest Kind IPA from Smuttynose. You'll love it if you haven't had it. All right, take care. It's been fun. Talk to you soon. Bye.